James Carville and Stan Greenberg have a polling company. It's called Democracy Now! Or some Democracy Corps, or as Obama would say, Democracy Corpse. And they've just issued a new report. James Carville and Stan Greenberg, and actually Erica Seifert, they've got a third member of a group now. They've gone out, done a bunch of focus groups. Focus groups are a little bit different than a poll. You actually assemble the people and you chat with them for hours sometimes, and you videotape it, and you run all kinds of ideas by them. This is the stuff Frank Luntz does occasionally on Fox that you see. Those are miniature focus groups. And Carville and his gang have been out there doing a bunch of them, and they say that the data from the focus groups show that Barack Kardashian is taking the wrong approach to the campaign by focusing on economic issues. They say that, in fact, Carville says that Obama, quote, will fail, unquote, if he talks about economic growth. They claim that the Obama campaign has got to move to a new narrative in order to be successful in November. Current campaigns focused on success in the economic recovery, but Carville's group says the strategery is wrong and will fail. The only reason Obama is keeping up in the campaigns because voters perceive Romney as out of touch with ordinary people. That's the only thing they say that's keeping Obama alive. If Romney's able to bridge that gap and become more like a regular guy to people, and it's over for Obama. And I don't care what Dana Milbank has a column in the Washington Post today, Pileup at the White House. And it's devastating. It's just more of the same. People in the media and on the Democrat side of the aisle are coming right up against the reality here that this guy can lose. They have been under the impression that his reelection was a slam dunk. It didn't matter what any economic details were. It didn't matter what polling data said. It was automatic. Obama was going to be reelected for all the various reasons and obvious ones. First black president, history continues. Smartest guy in the room, history continues. Just a fait accompli. And you and I, living in Realville, have known since the stimulus and then health care that if this country is the same country we grew up in, he's toast. We've known this, everything being equal, no cheating, no fraud, no implosions on our side, this kind of thing. We've known this. There was still some concern about the Republican primary race. We need the best candidate we can get, but there was still this realization, well, maybe I shouldn't speak for you. I'll just speak for me. I have always been confident that Obama could lose his reelection because of facts, because of reality. The economy is horrible. People are losing everything they ever had. They're in debt like they've never been before. The country's in debt like it's never been. This is not the way this country has always operated, and this is not the way things have gotten done. This is not what people in this country thought that they were electing. So the health care, nobody wants that. The numbers opposing it continue to rise. The economic destruction taking. But the Democrats and the media, they're just now realizing that last week was the first time it really hit them that Obama could lose. And you can see it in the way they're talking on television, the way they're writing. Milbank, job growth has stalled. The Democrats have been humiliated in Wisconsin. Attorney General facing a contempt of Congress citation. Talks with Pakistan have broken down. Bill Clinton is contradicting Obama. Mitt Romney is outraising Obama. Democrats and Republicans alike are complaining about a cascade of national security leaks from the regime. And he's now on record saying the private sector's doing fine. Could it get any worse? Well, it depends on your point of view. If the Supreme Court strikes down Obamacare, I'd say things are much better. But for Obama, they would be much worse. For Obama, it could get a lot worse. For Obama, you could argue that last week was not really that bad, as I attempted to illustrate yesterday. But back to Milbank. Early Monday morning, Obama learned that it could get worse. His aides delivered the news to him. that his Commerce Secretary had been cited for a felony hit and run after allegedly crashing his car 3 times over the weekend. In one incident, the cabinet officer apparently rear-ended a Buick, spoke to the car's occupants, and then hit the car again as he drove away. Now, interesting, Milbank would include the Commerce Secretary's misadventures in his car as somehow a blow to the president. How's that? The most noteworthy thing about this story is we got a Commerce Secretary? Who knew? I never heard of this guy. We've got a Commerce Secretary. The guy gets drunk and he drives his car around and he bashes into people. Epilepsy? May have been epilepsy. Okay, so he wasn't drunk. We don't know yet. They'll come up with something. Anyway, the Milbank column goes on. It's not pretty. I got to take a time out, however. We'll do that and be back here in the fastest 3 hours in media.